What is up, guys? Welcome back to Death by Boost. For those of you that are new to this channel, my name's Cole. This is Craig.
What's up, guys?
And if you guys have not been with us throughout this whole time, there are 11 episodes, this being the 11th one, of this badass freaking rail from hell. Last episode, we went through and did some cool shit back here. You gotta go check that out. But on this episode, we're gonna be doing some air ride.
Yep.
So here's all the parts we got going on. We don't have the entire kit here yet, but we're in the midst of kind of piecing together, making a really slick kit, possibly able to even work with your cell phone, which is pretty freaking cool. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. We're gonna have to be able to get back in here and mock up and design a system that's going to allow us to integrate the airbags back here, as well as incorporating them into the Volkswagen front end. I know you guys have been focusing on this badass thing, but how about you come check this out? So this is Craig's death cart. This cart just was featured on Supercar Blondie. Now they reached out to us, saw one of our reels. I think they saw one of our reels on Instagram, right?
20 million views.
20 million views. 20 million views. And they reached out to us, said, that's a badass go-kart. And it basically is a go-kart with a V8 engine strapped to the back. But we have this car. We also do stuff with my twin turbo 1,000 horsepower S550 Mustang. We also do some crazy things with junkyard builds, stuff that you can just do by finding parts in a junkyard, scrap parts, donor parts. Whoa. This is all out of pallet jacks and all kinds of crazy stuff, and we just put this together. We call it the electric chair?
Yep, electric chair.
Electric chair. So if you guys want to see more about all of that stuff, what we just talked about, we have a bunch of videos prior to this video that you guys should go check out. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be solid, hopefully after today, without the full tank and all the lines in just yet. But we will be able to test it after this. So we're actually going to see how we can manipulate this, what ride heights we're actually looking at, which is going to be pretty freaking sick. Yeah. So, I mean, we're going to be able to see where our hope is. Goal, big goal. We don't know if we're 100% going to be able to do it yet. We want to use the frame as a parking brake.
Hell yeah.
So what I mean is set that thing on the ground and that will be your parking brake, so for friction. And then have a potentially like a speed bump setting, because this thing is pretty freaking low. I mean, you can see there's probably only about 3 inches right there. And it's a little bit a longer wheelbase, so we will need that adjustability.
Oh yeah.
So, let's get to it. Hey, you know what? We haven't done in a long time.
A giveaway.
A giveaway. We're gonna do a t-shirt giveaway. These are the t-shirts. These are ours, obviously. This and it's Death by Boost on the back. Okay? We're gonna give one of these away for free, delivery free, everything's free, but all we want you to do to win that is, there is a name that I call Craig all the time. I call Craig on the videos, but I do mess up once in a while, and I have this other name for him, it's a family name. Go find it in our playlist. Once you find that video, comment in the video the title of this video, and we will know that you watched this video and found it. That's how you enter to win, okay?
Since you guys are watching our stuff, we know you love cars, but what better place than Jegs? We have a custom link below with discounts. So if you need car parts, click on that link and get some deals. The front shock mounted to the bottom, but as we were predicting, we're gonna run into a little bit of a clearance issue right here. So not a big deal. What we just came up with is we're gonna actually pie cut this and then bend it over and then rebolt it back in. So we're not making anything drastic changes. We're still gonna have that old school look up here.
Heck yeah. So. It'll look, only people that are like diehard Volkswagen fans are gonna know that we did that, because it's gonna be very mild.
Very mild. All right, so while Cole's over there working on the front suspension, I'm gonna be working on the yep. While Cole's over there, shut up, Cole. All right, while Cole's working on the front suspension over there, I'm gonna be working on the rear suspension. But not only do good car parts come in this Jegs box, you can also make templates out of the cardboard. So I gotta make a template to mount that airbag basically on this, but it's gonna be off to the side a little bit. So I'm gonna make a template Yay!
Gotta love a plasma cutter.
Plasma.
Craig's over here. What are you doing?
I'm making cardboard templates. What are you doing?
Cardboard templates. You think it's gonna hold together? Oh, templates. Okay, templates. So
Templates, yeah.
but it's cardboarded fiber.
Yeah, whatever. You know.
Anyway, I'm actually doing stuff over here, and I have the pie finally cut out of this brace. Once this shock is in its spot, I'm probably about right around that area. We're gonna actually throw some tape measure on here to get everything lined up right. But I'm gonna pound this over, re-weld it, grind it flat, and we will have a new, basically, geometry of the front here, and we'll actually allow the air shock. All right, guys, so not all the time does a good plan come together. What we did is we actually got it to do what we wanted it to do, and we have to close. But the problem is when you start closing something, the distances start to shrink, and we thought we had enough travel with this air shock to compress down to allow it to not bottom out right away once we mount it. Unfortunately, that right there is its max. So we don't like how that ended up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the top of this right here, and we're gonna clean it up, and then we're gonna actually just weld one of our pipes to it, have a nice bend, and get exactly the orientation and geometry that we were looking for. So again, take two.
Live action.
Live action, baby. We ain't hiding nothing. I promise you. We're not hiding anything at all. But this is gonna look sick. It's gonna kind of bring some of the framework that we already have up into the front end. So plasma cutters are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, that was a little jaggedy, so I got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Not that jaggedy. It's pretty clean. You're being a little hard on yourself there.
Yeah, let's go do some cleanup, round this guy out, make it nice.
So you're making the plate for the rest place for the rear airbag, is that right?
Yep,
okay.
the lower plate.
Okay, so Craig's over here doing that. He's gonna finish up with that. We'll check back in with him in a minute. And up front here, I got this all cut off and cleaned up. So as you can see, I got the upper piece, wherever it's at, right here. So this used to be sitting there. I cut that off. I got a plate cut out to weld over the top of this. We're gonna bend it around, make it nice and clean, and then we're gonna go ahead and use that bar that we were showing you earlier. And we actually found out a cool trick way to possibly integrate a headlight into this bar and get two uses out of this bracket we're making for this air shock.
All right, first airbag is mounted up. This is the bracket. Hopefully it shows up pretty well with the lighting. So I got the airbag. We're gonna need to make a bracket from point A to point B here. And here's the brackets I made. So the airbag sits on here. This bolts through the A-arm. And then I had to make a big washer because the hole on the bottom side here is very hollow. So a typical washer like this would have just bowed in half. So some nice 1/4 inch thick steel. So just gotta do the other side, and then we'll do the upper brackets. So it looks like you got quite a mess over here, Cole.
Hey, it's a calculated, well organized mess.
It definitely didn't go as planned, so there's a lot more stuff going on here. Cole cut these off, and he capped them off to make them all nice and pretty, and he's doing that side right now. And after he's done doing that, he's gonna make the brackets.
Tip these bad boys up.
Oh yeah.
Mount them up, and then you can probably put a little bit of air to it.
Oh, we're gonna slam it to the ground and raise it.
Yeah.
Maybe not all at once, but we'll do like the rears and then the fronts. It's finally sitting on the ground for the most part. Ground's uneven in here. We don't have the front suspension completely disconnected yet, so it's kind of still lifting up. Had to do some clearancing back here on the control arms to get this thing to sit all the way on the frame, and it's literally on the frame back here. So it's down.
Look at this. Oh, God damn it. Well, he said he wanted it in the weeds, and that right there is the Corvette subframe sitting on the ground.
So I'm almost done with the airbags back here. I gotta make the upper brackets now, which is a little tricky. So there's the airbag. So I gotta somehow attach from here to here, and I gotta get it in a somewhat level position like that, because at ride height you want them level.
Okay.
But when it's sitting on the ground, it's okay for it to be cocked like this.
But once it extends itself up, it'll be level again.
Yeah, because the bottom's like this, and it's gonna pitch. It's gonna pitch down like that, and it's gonna like an accordion.
Is it gonna sound like an accordion?
Right now.
Oh, okay.
No.
I got the tops all capped and welded up, and now we have a bar just tack welded right now, and we're positioning them, and Craig's mapping out the other one to make a match, and we will be able to take and have this air shock mounted up right across there. We're gonna use this front end right here on this bar to actually use as a headlight mount. So we'll be able to, it's a little long right now, but we're gonna be able to use it to where we can cut off, make it maybe flush, depending on what kind of light we get, and make it look like it's a little more tucked in. But you can see that about right there is what it looks like. It looks a little weird right there, but you sit back, it makes everything, here you go, makes everything kind of
Interesting.
work.
Yeah.
It looks great. How's it looking?
It's hot.
Hot?
Hot.
Alrighty.
Not done. I got a lot of structure to build, but
Looking like dimes.
yeah.
Feel the heat rolling off of it.
Oh man, it's hot.
And now, we got a bag.
One bag.
One bag. Looks good. That's gonna look sick. So that's actually not even as high as it can go.
Go a little higher.
A little bit. But the distance is significantly increased. You can see that's how we built the frame, is with that 2x4 on the side, so about 3.5 inches. And it's well above that by about another 3 inches already. So over here I got the other air shock mounted up, bolted up. And now we have a whole front end tied together. And Craig's over here welding up the rear brackets for the rear airbag. So as you can see, we're not completely done with the structure down here, so you might be thinking we might need to add some more, and you're right. We're just getting it kind of mocked up right now. The top is completely welded and Santone, but we do need to tie both sides together, kind of what we found. But man, look at that pretty thing right there. So pretty damn solid. Car sits really nice where it's at. Obviously there's no air in there, that's why there's a jack behind it. But our thoughts are, take a bar like we got right here. We were gonna weld this one. This one has just been sitting in here temporarily because we weren't sure until we got the airbags in to understand quite the direction that we needed to head to make sure everything was strong enough. But what we're thinking is to potentially take this bar, slide it forward, do a gusset plate from the bottom part of this green bracket here that's tied into the airbag up to that bar, drive it across, and then tie it into that one as well. And this should still be removable because you're not going to be able to get that entire 460 LE out of there. So I mean, something like that.
Yeah,
probably got to get another bar.
Had to bend it.
But that's the plan for that end. We're going to finish welding this up, and we're going to probably get the air compressor out, make some lines real quick, and see if we can put some air to this thing.
Yeah.
Craig got ahead of everything and started building the manifold before I could grab the camera.
So it's our ghetto manifold for now. This air ride system actually came out of my car a long time ago before I went to coilovers. And then I had to do some jimmy rigging on here until we get the actual air ride system for it. But this will at least get it to where we can actually see it today.
Did you do the last lines in, or?
Yeah, I just got to tighten this guy up and we'll be good to go. We'll roll it outside and actually do it out there because it'll be nicer out there.
Okay.
Seeing it.
Right now we got it hooked up to Craig's air compressor.
Yep.
So we have a line here. We're gonna plug that in. All right, you ready?
Yep. Got
Any
air.
final words?
Hopefully this holds together.
Have a bunch of like snakes flying around. Hey, let me get back here real quick before you do it. All right.
Here, I'll stand on it so it looks cooler.
So it looks way cooler.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Yeah. Oh, one pop. So our ghetto manifold, it'll work. Let's see. Which line? The front?
Hold please. Yeah, the front popped off. The Jimmy rig one.
The Jimmy rigged front one, huh?
Yep.
So Craig's gonna throw this line back on, tighten her up, put a little elbow into it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are. We did find some pieces to make it work since we don't have it right now.
Oh yeah, I had a Schrader valve in here, which we're not going to use. And then I didn't have a Schrader valve remover, so.
Take two. Oh yeah.
There we go. Front's off the ground, rear's off the ground.
Look at that. Hell yeah. Here, do the front again real quick. Let's do it from up here. Hang on. There it is. Heck yeah. And we don't have the springs adjusted in the front end yet, so it's not just returning super quick, but it's darn near.
That's why we got batteries sitting in there.
Yeah.
Weight.
That's probably about an inch gap there, but if I have a little bit more weight in there, now she's on the ground. There you go, CT. You said in the weeds? Well, that's in the pavement. All right, CT, so check this out, man.
There we go.
This is in the weeds. Look at this. In the weeds or in the pavement. There's your stopper for your subframe right there, and it is touching the ground. So you are literally resting on the ground in back and in front. But here we go. We're gonna, now that there's a little bit more light, you should be able to see this a little bit better. Okay, go ahead and raise it up. Oh yeah.
There you go. That's about right height right there.
All right, so you guys, this is ride height, and if you encounter a speed bump that you really can't get over,
here we go. Oh, easily clear us.
there's the front maxed out, and that's probably about a good. Here, look up here. Oh yeah, completely clear all the way underneath.
Well, look, compared to my car, it's about the same height right now, and mine clears speed bumps no problem.
Yep.
So.
And those bars up front actually did some more cool character to it. I'm actually digging it. So.
And obviously we're gonna cut them off. We just left them long until we figure out what we want to do, but we'll cut them off and put a headlight here, turn signal, all that good stuff.
You have enough air to get up over a speed bump to make sure that you're not going to drag or get high centered. So then when you show up to a car show and you're wanting to get this thing stanced out, you do this. Nothing's cooler than that.
Right?
That's freaking sick. I would freaking love to have an air ride on my Mustang. That would be, they make them, but gosh, they're not cheap. So this is sick.
And the air ride system we'll have will just be a simple one button push, and it's just gonna.
Yeah, pre-programmed, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to just hit one button. It'll set it to a certain ride height, and then if you want one, that's gonna be like a clearance one. You have another one, and you have a third, right?
Yeah.
You have like a show one, and then you just drop it on the ground.
Yep.
So
That'd
it'd
awesome.
be really sick. All right, guys, so if you are just joining us on this video, obviously this is video 11, and there's 10 prior to this, if you do the math right.
Right.
We have started literally from a off-road dune buggy frame with the Volkswagen front end and a Volkswagen engine and transaxle.
Yeah.
Yanked it all out, did all this. I'm not gonna bore you with like trying to go over the entire build right now, just verbally. You need to go check out our other videos, figure out how we got to where we're at, the decisions we made, and what problems we ran into and how we overcame them. It's been a blast. We're probably a little bit over 50% through. This is the harder part of the stuff. The other stuff's just like the fine tuning and just trying to dial it in and make it work, right?
Yep.
Well, all right, guys, so we're gonna end it off here today. Thanks for joining us. If you already haven't, please like this video, comment, love the comments, please. Subscribe, push that post notifications, and hit that bell so that you can